Hi everyone, it's May the 4th today, so happy Challenge/Star Wars Day. And this week we have the Rusting Factory Challenge set. We've got Princess starting charged, so that's good. That means plenty of charge points for everyone. And the bad news being that because the Assault is a star hero, it's non-hero starting charged, which isn't too bad, to be fair, with Princess leading. Having Princess and a non-hero Assault in the team means you'll be able to hopefully get a lot of stuns going, a lot of status effects, and then be able to charge Princess up and then alternate charge points between the two of them. So that's going to be quite a useful strategy on a lot of these, especially if you use your Miko with some sort of fire as your third hero. There's some nice maps on here, and one particularly horrible map, which is two-way. But first, the weekend events are reduced equipment, survivor and building upgrades, and a metal component event. So you'll only get metal from your after mission crates. You'll also be able to trade up in your trade shop. On with the map. The first map we got is Kill Room. I'm not going to spend too much time on this because we've had it, 2 weeks ago? Go to the left or right, you'll have two hidden walkers, stun them, and then try and survive. Keep your charge points moving. It should be quite good with Princess, non-hero Assault, and Shane will work pretty well, I think, this time. Or a non-hero Bruiser, possibly. Probably the Assault, just to make sure you stun those ones around the corner to start with. But shouldn't be too many problems with that this week. Going to be a lot easier than the last time we had this map. Next map we got is the Locker Room. Find 3 out of 9 lockers, 3 starting walkers, and then 2 auto spawns every turn. So you want to move quick on this one. Again, having Princess with a non-hero Assault is going to work quite well. As long as you can keep any walkers that are starting close to you under control, it wouldn't be a bad idea to let a couple of auto spawns come out, so you can get a nice lot of walkers to stun, and then get Princess charged, and then get your other Assault charged the next turn, etc, etc. The only problem with that is you're going to be creating quite a lot of threat, and they do come in from all sorts of places. So do make sure that you've got plenty of charge attacks to deal with an incoming, to keep an eye on that threat counter. And alternatively, you can take a Bruiser and Pizza Glen, and just keep everything under control with them, and not use too much threat with Princess. Use her leader trait, but not herself. So that's 2 different ways you can try that one. The next map is probably the most fun one on the set. Through the Wire. Loads of special walkers, and I think it's 2 tanks and 4 riots or something. A few normal ones. This is going to be quite fun. Princess, anyone else, Mercer, just stun and kill everything pretty quickly. If you are getting a little bit stuck on it, there is a trick you can do to make the walkers dance, as it were, by putting people down the bottom of the cage, making sure that the person in front is the closest walker, using walker priority, similar to Fenced Off last week. You can make them walk round, back round the fence, and you run people up into the middle, and they'll come back round through the middle, and you can keep them doing that. So if you got someone with fire, like Shane with a fire weapon, then you can set them on fire and they'll burn out, or burn out enough for you to explode them. And obviously if you've got Mercer in there, he'll be taking massive damage off them all as well. Going to be a bit of light relief and a bit of fun before you have to face some of the harder maps, or the harder map in two-way. But you won't have to worry about that just yet, because the next map is Empty Hideout, which is a big, relatively empty room. 3 boxes to find, one on the right, one at the top, one at the top left. 3 groups of walkers, so having charged non-heroes might be useful to start off on this map. I've always liked taking Pizza Glenn. I'm not sure where if he'll be viable on this with assaults with Princess in lead. We'll have to play around and find out. The team I'm using on this is a great team for it if you are struggling with Princess in lead, and it's a good map to practice your herding on if you need a bit of practice on that or want to get practice on it. I always go right, up and top left, and do be aware that there are actually 2 exits on this map, one on the right, one on the left, just in case you do need to split your team up. Do be aware that you can exit on different sides of the map. After this, we have the dreaded two-way. Beta does start next to Glenn, and you can't really see around the corner where Beta is. So you got blind corners on your left and your right. You got 2 tanks, one on the left, one on the right. They do start unaware at the beginning of the challenge, so that does help a little bit, and they can wander off into nicer positions until you're ready to deal with them. It's a pig of a map. You got to find 3 out of 6 crates. It's 3 on the left, 3 on the right. So you got 2 ways to go. And the exit's in the middle at the top. The good news is that the incoming always comes in the middle section. So you'll get 6 at the bottom and 6 at the top, or a mixture of 6 and 3, or however many the maximum incoming is. So with 2 assaults, you might be able to keep them under control once you've got rid of the tanks and the starting walkers. It's not the easiest of maps, as you may have gathered, and I personally hate it. It does put an end to the challenge quite soon, and there's really no easy way to do it. A Nightmare, when you've got a 1-turn incoming with tanks and armoured, your only hope, really, unless someone comes up with something really clever, is to have Pizza Glenn in there and open the 3 crates on one side. If it's those 3, then throw a flare and then run to the exit next turn. Otherwise, it gets too crowded to really do anything, and just get torn to shreds by walkers. And with that map out of the way, it's time to move on to opposing forces. So this one is get to the exit. However, there are a few obstacles in your way. You've got 3 Freemen in the room with you. Bruiser, Scout and Warrior, I believe. And then you've got to open the gates into the far right room. And then in the far right room is a tank, a couple of armoured and some normal walkers. And then you've got to get through that room to the exit. Really tricky, apart from there is a trick using 3 scouts, which I will go through in a second. What might work on this is to go quick with 3 assaults, using the ability to stun with decimators, getting the Freeman to bunch up and run towards you, stunning them with the decimator while running 2 other assaults through towards the button, stunning the walkers through the fence, and opening the button, and then running to the exit. So that might work. I'm going to test it out a little bit at earlier levels, and if it does, you'll see some videos of me doing it. I'll also do a commentary video of that technique. I'll also do a commentary video for the free scout technique as well. Something to bear in mind with the free scout technique is there are a couple of things which can stop it working. That being, if there is a walker stood by the top gate on the right hand side, the scout will go and get it instead of chasing you. And then when you go to open the button, if there's a walker stood in the bottom gate, stopping you running through. However, on a perfect run, it should look something like this. Run your 3 people up to stand like this, and I believe the order you stand them in does make a difference, although it's never been proven one way or another. Then you run them down to the bottom like this, and the three men will start moving up round towards you like that. And then you run to the button and open it. The three men are now back to your left, and you can just run to the exit. So really simple, works 80% of the time, and can get you through that map if you're struggling. Anyway, that's all of them. I hope you found it useful, and if you got any questions or comments, please leave them in the boxes below, and good luck, and I'll see you soon. Thanks very much for watching. Bye.